is Saturday, the Saturday after the Monday before. And I have been thinking about my days in the police department of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, way more than I should for my mental health. I have been flashbacking to stuff that I really didn't need to flashback to. Honestly, I didn't need that because I'm dealing with enough stress already trying to defend myself against a superior court claim based on lies. One story, however, came up in the dead of night that I do want to talk about because it was a very good day. Also because I remember very little of that very good day. Very little. As a matter of fact, I retained virtually nothing. It was the dead of night and my partner and I were called to a single vehicle collision. The single vehicle was a Ducati or whatever, a motorcycle. It was pitch dark and the motorcyclist had crashed at full speed. He didn't even hit the brakes into a stationary object that for whatever reasons he missed. I believe it was a parked van. How the hell he missed it? Maybe his headlight was not working or God knows what. I have no clue. I told you. I remember very little of this call. Of course, the first thing I do is check his vitals. He had a helmet on. And even though I didn't know if I actually really wanted to see what was inside, I did open his thingy. And he was conscious, to my surprise and excitement. Because the Ducati or whatever motorcycle it was a pretzel. Complete pretzel. It was a total loss. He was conscious and able to speak, except that's where it ended. Because from here down, flatline. There was nothing happening. Oh, his heart must have been beating. So, the first thing that he says, and he looks at me in literally morbid fear and says, "Ga ik dood?" That I remember. Am I dying? And in all honesty, I said to him, I don't know. But as long as you keep talking to me, I assure you, you won't. Because I learned from the movies, not from my police training, obviously, that dead men don't talk. So in that moment, my whole existence became about keeping this man talking. Because as long as he was talking to me, he was not dead. I managed to keep this guy talking to me about fuck knows what, because I don't remember a fucking thing. The paramedics show up, truck him away. We do our whatever measurements. We do our thing, gather evidence, measurements, pictures, evidence, right? Evidence. That thing that is like, who needs to see it? That was my thing. That was what I was doing day in, day out. I would be collecting evidence. Right? That was my thing. I would be talking to witnesses too. By the way, that was also my thing. I would be interrogating those who were suspected to have committed crimes. That was also my thing. And I would be collecting all of that and presenting it in an honest and accurate way so that those who would then make a ruling would be able to wait for it, consult the evidence to make that ruling. Yeah, I know, it's a concept that is completely mind-blowing to the landlord and tenant board because it's arbitrary. Today they're looking at the evidence, but this case doesn't need any evidence. Today maybe Nah, let's not, because Jesus is time for lunch. I put my life on the line every day for a living as a professional to collect and present evidence. So when you refuse to hear me and look at my evidence, it pissed me off pretty hard. And not just as a victim of this justice rape, but also as a professional that had participated in the justice system. You disgraced the justice system. And I am telling you this as a professional that is hugely pissed off about it. Hugely fucking pissed off. Hugely. Hugely. Bigger than James Comey's fucking shower stall. A few weeks later, the police department received a request from this motorcyclist to speak to the officer that was on the scene. And of course, we granted him this request. It was a life-changing experience for him, which he explained to me in great detail. And I sat there like a dozo, going, I said that? Oh, okay. What? Apparently, I had said all this really deep and meaningful shit that changed his life forever. I couldn't recall a single word. I had no idea, because it was never about the information. I wasn't questioning a witness. I wasn't interrogating a suspect. I was trying to keep a guy from dying by making sure he kept talking to me. Because dead men don't talk. That's all I was doing. That's all I was focused on. That was my entire mission. And what the fuck was being exchanged was completely irrelevant to me. It was very relevant to him. I don't know why, because I have no clue what was being exchanged. Nothing. There's complete blank. But it didn't matter, because the guy was alive. And that was mission accomplished.